Hi everyone, so I'm filming this as a generic intro for my art supply inventory. This is a way for me to get to know what I actually do own. Everything that I'm showing you on camera I will have swatched. Anything that doesn't work I would have already removed. I can let you know that really the only items that were removed from my supply were a few old texters and pens that no longer worked, but I would say 99% of everything else that I have is still working and swatches and uses as it should. So I will split this up into a number of videos. I'm not sure yet how many it will be, and then maybe at the end I might just combine all the videos for anyone that wishes to watch the full inventory in one sitting. After doing this, I might compare some of my supplies. I do have a number of similar items and I really haven't used them side by side, so that's something that I think I might do. If you're interested in that, let me know. But other than that, I hope you enjoy, and if you've got any feedback or any other ideas of what you might like to see with these supplies, let me know in the comments. Other than that, enjoy. Thanks guys. So I'm going through all my pens, markers and pastels today. So here are 20 brilliant colours from Stedler. The coloured fine liners. I think the design of this packaging is actually really excellent for using them because it folds back and it can sit like that, which is really great when you're using them to, multiple colours. I've had these for at least 5 years. They're all still working. So here's my 20 fine liners. I have a collection of gel pens. I'll lay them out, but these, obviously some of them are glitter, some of them are metallic, and some are just normal colours. So here are all the gel markers that I have. They all work. They've been swatched recently. Really good collection of colours here. Like I said, some of them are glitter, so that's like a glittery one. Obviously metallic, a few fluoros, and then just the normal colour. Student quality type gel liners, so they're from Scholar. I think they got bought from Aldi, but you know what? They're fun to use and an inexpensive art supply item. Okay, so I do have some just some school texture markers. Again, I believe there's a bought from Aldi, so just good for like colouring and playing around with, but I'll lay them all out. So these are all the student grade markers that I have. I did swatch some earlier this year and threw out the ones that didn't work. So there was black, there was a few others in here, but these all work. So here are all my markers. Okay, so in here I have a number of different pens and things, so I'll take them all out and go from there. Okay, so most of these are black fine liners and Sharpie pens. I think this is a random whiteboard marker, but it's here. And just a little black pen. That's a set of just some other colour pens. I'm not sure where they are, but anyway. And obviously some Posca pens, so it's a set of 4. It's got the gold, silver and black. Is it silver? Yep, gold, silver, black, white, and it's a 1.3 millimeter line, so it's a bullet tip. It's relatively new. So yeah, and here's some other more little, obviously that's a white pen. There is another white pen somewhere, probably in a container with other pens, but I always like to have a gel liner or a white pen somewhere. It's always handy. And here's 2 other of the gel liner, here's 2 others of the gel pens, so it's another gold one and a silver. Okay, and the other items that were in that little basket container, were some paint pens. So I have a set of 10, or 2 small sets of 5. They're Derwent ink pens. And then I have, how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 pigment brush pens. So these are water-based brush pens, like that. So, just if you haven't seen them, so these are really good for, I think, details with if you're painting particularly on wood, but canvas as well if you want to do an outline in some acrylic paint. I found these really useful, and I do like outlining things, so having lines and abstract shapes. So I think eventually I would like to get some more of these, but I think I've got enough for now. So these are some alcohol markers that I have. They're from Born, from the brand Born to Create, which is the house brand of Officeworks in Australia. There are 36 markers in this set, and it's a medium that I'm still experimenting with. I haven't done a lot of work with them, but they have the chisel end and then the bullet end. So I think these are all the pastels I have. I'll go through them individually. Oh, there's some old ones in here. I might as well start with these. These are, obviously you can tell, the box is falling apart. These I've had for years, minimum 30, might be 35. The Toison d'Or, they're chalk pastels. They're still in the original box. They are well loved. I'll show you. Sorry for the lovely So it's still in its original container, or packaging. It is beginning to disintegrate a little bit, and it definitely looks a bit well loved, I'll call it. So these pastels I have had, like I said, for years, and I loved using pastels of every medium, particularly the soft pastels and chalk pastels. I don't know, I think I just really do want to get back into that medium. Where I currently am, I don't have great ventilation. They are very messy, and obviously chalk pastels has a lot of dust, and I know my workaround at one point in my life was to use them and then wet them so that it minimised the kick up from the dust, but I don't know, I really do love using these, so one day. Okay, these are my second oldest set of soft pastels. They're at least 20 years old, but and when I first re-looked at them, I thought, wow, I thought I used them more. They've definitely been used, but they're still looking relatively almost brand new. But I know I definitely used these last in my art course that I did, not my art course, my art therapy course. And I've got a old sketchbook that I did use probably back in 2021, I think, and I'm fairly sure I did do a little bit of chalk pastels. So maybe back in the sketchbook I'll get back into these, but I love these for big pieces, like where you've got a really large area that you want coloured and defined. So I might just have to bring down my expectations of what I'd like and actually do what I can rather than nothing. I've got to get better at that. I know I'm not the only one, but I love these. I want to show them more love. Okay, this little set I got from the set that I got in 2020 from Riot Art. I think a few of them did come broken. That doesn't matter. I mean, pastels you're going to break anyway. So yeah, just your usual sort of chalk pastel. I don't think I've actually, I think I've probably swatched them. I don't think I've really used them. I should do a side-by-side swatch of my chalk pastels. That might be a good video to go with the side-by-side pencils. We'll see. So before I started my art course back in 2023, probably in 2022, I think the art bug was starting to whisper in my ear saying, oh, get back into art. And so I did go into the local Officeworks, and they didn't have many supplies that that grabbed my eye, and I was really interested in pastels for some reason. The only set of pastels they had was this, and I did use these. So I got back into my sketchbook. As you can see, these have been used, and I had some fun with them. So these are probably another little, you know, supply that I don't know how good they'd be on a final piece, but it's been fun to play with in a sketchbook, and definitely rekindled my love of art. So I think these were like $5, which is, you know, really inexpensive. They're probably more now, like everything else. Here's another set of pastels. I did use these in my art course actually. I did do a drawing. So these are obviously a higher artist grade than the Stedler school ones, because it's from a kids club, those ones. So there's a good colour variety here. I have used some of them. I do like working in oil pastels. They're obviously, again, I think it's because you can do a big area in colour, and I like the idea of not getting lost in finite details that I know in my mind sometimes if something's not quite in the right place, I'll sort of feel like, oh, I don't want to continue, whereas these force me just to be, well, expressionist, just put something on paper, don't worry about it, keep going, make something. So yeah, I'd like to get some more use out of these as well. But yes, they are messy, but that's okay. And here are some higher end oil pastels from Senlier. So I shadowed these for myself. I think these were my first and only at the moment higher end oil pastel. And so there's a set of 6 of them in here with the primary colours. If I use them more, I might obviously invest in more pastels, but it's been a pleasure to use these because they definitely have a much softer feel when you're using them, not as waxy, and the colour is a lot more pigmented than the other oil pastels that I have. But I guess you'd expect that when you're paying a lot more money for an art quality oil pastel. Words are hard today. I do love the little box that they came in with the artwork here. I love that. I have 6 inks that I received from a good friend who didn't want them, didn't use them, and she gave me them in this great tin, which is beautiful. So here's 6 inks that I do have. And I also do have she also gave me a big bottle of black ink. I'll just see if I can find that. I found it. Here we go. So this is still almost full, I think. I can't see, but it's drawing ink, but it lets me refill this black one. And last but not least, I have a complete calligraphy set, which I have had for years. Oh my god, it's still dusty. I just found it in the back of a drawer somewhere, so I can't even remember when I got this. This would be really old. I used to want to do calligraphy, hence I bought this. I have never used it. Hopefully this is showing on the camera. I've obviously grabbed the paintbrush out of this at some point because there was a paintbrush in there. I have no idea if these still work. I will have to have a try, I think. Goodness, it's like a treasure trove. So I guess this is showing you everything you ever needed to know, and I've never done it. I'll have to see, have to have a bit of fun. I wonder if it's still got the price on it. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Wow, how cool. Huh, there we go. Amazing what you can find. I think if I tried all of these, none of them are going to look that awesome, but you know. I'm now curious to see if all the inks are still working. I'm just going to see if there's a price on this. No. I have no idea. So here's something that I have had in my collection without me even really realizing it. I'll see if they work in one video or not, but yeah, there we go.